Stress management awareness. First of all, what is stress? Stress is our body's response to pressure. Many different situations or life events can cause stress. It is often triggered when we experience something new, unexpected, or that threatens our sense of self, or when we feel we have little control over a situation. Although we experience it in the head, our body is the first to react to stress. With sudden onset of stress, the muscle gets tense all at once and then release their tension when the trigger passes. Stress causes the muscles in our body to remain in a constant state of caution. When muscles stay tense for long, they can lead to other reactions in the body and even promote stress-related disorders. There are three main types of stress. The first one is acute stress. It is known as a short-term stress. For example, a traffic jam, argument with someone, criticism from someone, or someone's breaking into your house when you aren't there. So the second one is the episodic acute stress. It is when a person experiences acute stress frequently. Some examples of these are irritability and uncontrolled anger. Lastly is chronic stress. It is a prolonged and constant feeling of stress that can negatively affect our health if it goes untreated. Some examples of these are death of our loved one, loss of job, divorce, and also emotional problems. Our bodies are well equipped to handle stress in small doses, but when that stress becomes long-term or chronic, it can have serious effects on our bodies. The following pictures are ways to get rid of stress. Exercise regularly. Exercising reduces levels of the body's stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. It is also stimulates the products of endorphins, chemicals in the brain that are body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. Eat a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet can reduce the negative effects of stress on our body. A healthy diet builds a solid, more enduring foundation for our body by reducing oxidation and inflammation and for helping to reduce weight gain. Getting enough sleep. Sleep is a powerful stress reducer. Following a regular sleep routine calms and restores the body, improves concentration, regulates mood, and sharpens judgment and decision making. We are better problem solver and are better able to cope with stress when we are all well rested. Avoid alcohol and cigarettes and drugs. Alcohol is a downer, so alcohol is a sedative. So if you're all wound up and your heart's beating and you're stressed out, alcohol can definitely make those symptoms of stress go down. The problem is, alcohol interferes with our ability to make good decisions, and that's a problem, particularly if you're stressed. Meanwhile, stress can affect our immune system's ability to fight off antigens is reduced. That's why we are more susceptible to infections. The stress hormone corticosteroid can suppress the effectiveness of the immune system. Moreover, stress can also affect our blood's flow, pressure. Our body produces a surge of hormones when we are in a stressful situation. These hormones temporarily increase our blood pressures by causing our heart to beat faster and our blood vessels to narrow. In addition, physical or emotional distress increases the intake of food high in fat, sugar, or even both. High cortisol levels in combination with high insulin levels may be responsible. In addition, other research suggests that hinge hormone may have a role. On the other hand, several recent studies have found links between the women's level of day-to-day stress and lower the chances of pregnancy. For example, women whose saliva had high levels of alpha amylase, an enzyme that makes stress, took 29% longer to get pregnant compared to those who had less. Furthermore, stress and anxiety could disrupt how our cells produce energy according to a new study published today in the journal PLOS Genetics. This, along with genetic variation, could help explain why our reactions to stressful situations can vary so much, the researchers say. Another point is that it can also lead to many long-term changes in our brain. That is because stress results in the production of producing cells. Cell division has three main functions, which are the production of unicellular organisms and the production of gametes and growth in eukaryotes. The process of meiosis in eukaryotes produces sex cells or gametes with half the chromosomes complement of somatic cells. All multicellular organisms use cell division for growth and the maintenance and repair of cells and tissues. Single-celled organisms use cell division as their method of reproduction. Somatic cells divide regularly. All human cells, except for the cells that produce eggs and sperm, are somatic cells. The importance of mitosis and meiosis in cell division. Mitosis is a way of making more cells that are genetically the same as the parent cell. It plays an important part in the development of embryos, and it is important for the growth and development of our bodies as well. Mitosis produces new cells and replaces cells that are old, lost, or damaged. On the other hand, meiosis is important because it ensures that all organisms produced via sexual reproduction contain the correct number of chromosomes. Meiosis also produces genetic variation by way of process of recombination. It is also the one who is responsible for the formation of sex cells or gametes that are responsible for sexual reproduction. It activates the genetic information for the development of sex cells and deactivates the sporophytic information. It maintains the constant number of chromosomes by having the same. Mitosis and meiosis both involve cells dividing to make new cells. This makes them both vital processes for the existence of living things that reproduce sexually. Meiosis makes the cells needed for sexual reproduction to occur, and mitosis, on the other hand, replicates non-cell cells needed for growth and development. Together, they provide a cellular basis for healthy growth and sexual reproduction. The significance of mitosis and meiosis is that meiosis creates the gametes that make production possible, while mitosis allowed the organism to grow and develop in order to allow for later further reproduction.